Imagine a machine so powerful, so silent, and so invisible that even the world's most advanced missiles can't touch it. A plane that doesn't fly, it disappears. We'll tell you the story of the most secretive aircraft in modern history, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. This aircraft, when you look at it, it feels like you're seeing something from a science fiction movie. Its wings stretch wider than a football field, but on enemy radar, just a tiny, about the size of a housefly. Yes, this massive war machine is designed in such a way that no matter how advanced a radar, how dense the air defense system, it just vanishes. And that's not an exaggeration. The B-2 Spirit is the world's most expensive and most advanced bomber, costing over $2 billion each. But why was it made? Why would America need a bomber that could sneak through radar like a ghost? To understand that, we have to go back in time. May 1st, 1960. An American spy plane, the Lockheed U-2, took off from Peshawar, Pakistan. The CIA had sent it to spy on the Soviet Union. At that time, the Cold War was at its peak. Both the USA and USSR were racing to dominate, militarily, technologically, ideologically. The U.S. believed this aircraft, flying at 80,000 feet, was untouchable. They thought no missile could reach that height. But when the U-2 entered Soviet airspace, their radars detected it almost instantly. They fired jets, launched missiles, nothing hit, until they launched the S-75 Dvinam missile. This one hit. The pilot ejected safely. The plane crashed, and the world watched America being humiliated. The U.S. tried to lie, say it was a NASA weather aircraft, but when the Soviets showed the pilot and the spy gear on global TV, America's lie shattered. This incident changed everything. The USSR improved its air defense. Surface-to-air missiles like S-300s were developed that could take down planes from 100 kilometers away. The U.S. realized, if we send our B-52 bombers, they'll be destroyed before reaching enemy territory. And if that's the case, how do we ever use our nuclear weapons if war begins? This fear birthed a new project, the Advanced Technology Bomber Program, launched in 1978. The goal? Create a bomber so invisible, so silent, that it could fly into Soviet airspace, drop its payload, and disappear without anyone noticing. The result was the B-2 Spirit bomber. First flight in 1989. Public reveal? Not until 1997. The magic of the B-2 isn't in its weapons. It's in its design. It doesn't have a tail. No vertical fins. Just wings, nothing else. Why? Because radar signals bounce off tails like mirrors. The B-2 is shaped like a wing to reflect those signals in all the wrong directions, away from radar systems. And not just that, the U.S. coated the B-2 in a classified radar-absorbing material. Its exact formula? Still a secret, but this coating makes radar waves vanish into plain skin. Its radar cross-section? Just 0.0001 square meters. That's like detecting a fly buzzing across the sky. Not a jet, not a bomber. For comparison, B-52, a 2-bedroom apartment. F-15, small room. JF-17, single bed. Rafale, a big pillow. But B-2, a fly. Even though it's 10 times bigger than all of them. But stealth isn't just about radar. Modern air defense also uses infrared detection, heat-seeking missiles. Jet engines release hot gases, which these systems track. So what did the U.S. do? They had the B-2's engines inside the aircraft's body. Mix the hot gases with cool outside air before release. The result? Almost zero heat signature. An F-16 can be detected from 100 kilometers away. But B-2? It has to come within 10 kilometers. And even then, it rarely flies that low. It can fly at 15,000 meters and still stay invisible. Less air resistance. better fuel use, longer range. With full fuel, it can fly 11,000 kilometers without landing. Now comes the real twist, the electronic countermeasures, ECM. If a radar still manages to catch it, the B-2 sends fake signals, multiple ghost locations. The radar thinks it's seeing 20 planes instead of one. But here's the smart part. It only tricks the specific radar that sees it. Others get nothing. That way, the enemy assumes the system glitched, not that a ghost bomber flew through their skies. Its body is made of carbon graphite composite, built in tiny pieces like a Swiss watch. Perfection. It can carry 18,000 kilograms of explosives, including 80 GPS-guided JDM bombs, 16 B-83 nuclear bombs, 16 stealth cruise missiles, JSSM, all stored inside, so the stealth stays intact during flight. And distance? It once flew from Missouri, USA, to Afghanistan and back, 9,500 kilometers, without landing, only one mid-air refueling. 45 hours in air, completely invisible. Used in 1999 Serbia, Operation Allied Force. 2003 Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom. 2011 Libya, Operation Odyssey Dawn. Weather? No issue. Even if GPS satellites are destroyed, it navigates using stars. Only 21 B-2S were ever built. Each one, billions of dollars. Only America owns them. They have no intention of selling. Ever. 1 hour of flight? $500,000 in fuel. Compare that to a commercial jet that uses just $500 per hour. And the maintenance? After every flight. A complete wash. A reapplication of stealth coating. Every inch checked. Even a dent the size of a mosquito can ruin the stealth. The B-2 Spirit isn't just a bomber. It's a ghost in the sky, built from humiliation, perfected in silence, and still unmatched to this day. It's not just a machine. It's a message. We can reach you, anytime, anywhere, without being seen. This was the story of the B-2 Spirit. Like, share, and let us know in the comments what other secret stories you want us to uncover.